Hello everybody, welcome to the January check-in for the Joel Humi Show series, The Monthly Haul. Hey, you there! I want to remind everybody that if you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. And right now, YouTube says that over 90% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it would really help, and with that... Hey, it's Joel, and welcome back to the Joel Humi Show series, The Monthly Haul. This is the check-in for January of 2021, and today I have a lot of really interesting things I'm going to be showing you guys. This is all the interesting things that I've gone in the recent month, going all the way from retail stores to online shopping, and that's just about it, considering that COVID-19 is kind of ruining everything right now. But usually, or occasionally, I have the special occasion stuff like birthdays, well, my birthday, I guess, and then Christmas, and then also, well, a long time ago, before COVID came around, swap meets and thrift stores, but that hasn't happened for a while because, as I said, COVID. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just sort of start with the things that I have here on my desk, and then I also have a box of stuff that I'll sort of roughly go over after this. But anyway, so let's go ahead and just sort of jump into this little pile that I have here in front of me. So the first thing here is a little Odin Wolf plushie. So this is actually made by www.furrymysterybox.com, and well, that's all I can really find as far as information on the tag. But either way, Odin Wolf is a furry creator here on the platform that is YouTube, and I'm going to be linking all of the creators in the description, so if you want to check any of them out, I'll be linking a couple of the other ones that I'll mention in today's video, and also Odin Wolf will be mentioned. As always, please don't send any hate or anything like that. But anyway, with that being said, really cute plushie. I'll be trying to put these guys with the Beta Ultra Deloader plushies, as well as, well, plushie, as well as the Majora Strawberry plushie that I have, that are actually made by Corgi Beans, so they're a bit more high quality, but they're all equally cute in my mind. But anyway, with that being said, putting the Odin Wolf plushie to the side, here is a Moxie plushie from Shark Robot, and Moxie is a character from the Hell of a Boss animated series here on YouTube made by VivziePop, or at least posted to the VivziePop channel, but actually animated by a lot of different people. But either way, Moxie is one of the 4 plushies I believe you could get from the Hell of a Boss series on Shark Robot, at least for the VivziePop shop. There was also Millie, and then there was also Luna and Blitz, but all of those other characters had a lot of sort of like a plushie essence going on that made them very large in proportion, and I don't really think it represented their original characters very well. They just sort of looked weird to me. But Moxie, actually, I really think he looks nice, and I think it represents his actual character really well. And then setting him aside, the next thing that I have here is actually some apparel items. Here we have a sweaty, I meant to say sweater, not a sweaty. And then here we have a little baseball cap that is from 2 more YouTubers that I haven't actually mentioned in today's video yet. Well, I mentioned one of them, but this is the first product from the creator that I'll be showing. So this first thing, this hoodie is actually a, I believe this is made by Werewolf Cafe, if I can go ahead and show it to the camera there. So Werewolf Cafe is the company that makes the hoodie, but the design on here is actually a design that goes back to the Majora Strawberry, as I had shown there. So there is the Corgi Beans plushie of Majora Strawberry, and this is the Werewolf Cafe hoodie of Majora Strawberry. So on the back you have the really cool design there with the sort of like, I believe it's a wolf or fox. I'm saying wolf or fox because I believe his persona is actually based off of a fox, but Howling is more of a wolf thing, so there's hybrid species, so whatever. But either way, on the back, a really cool design with the purple, green, and red being sort of like the highlighted colors, and I thought it was just a really cool design in general with the sort of like flamish sort of look going on, or sort of like this abstract design, which I thought was really cool. But this is a sweater that I'm going to be wearing a bit more occasionally, because it's a bit more of a heavy sweater, and as of right now, it is actually cold, so I'll probably be able to get a couple chances to actually wear this thing and just sort of see how it feels for the first time out and about. And then the next little thing that I have here, as I said earlier, is a little baseball cap. This is from another YouTube channel that goes by the name of How Ridiculous, and what they do is basically just drop stuff off of towers and dams and experiment with dropping things. And one of the little mascots that they have is a little sort of dinosaur plushie, or not dinosaur plushie, but like a dinosaur toy that they oftentimes will like put in the spot where stuff's going to be dropped and see if he can live through it. And well, he's gotten beat up with the design, as you can see, and he's still living on, and he's sort of become part of the channel, so he actually got some of his own merch. And this is the Rexy sort of baseball cap, and I really like the design on this one. I'm looking forward to wearing this And then also to go along with the hoodie, or actually, excuse me, along to go with the baseball cap, I also got the little Rexy keychain, which is really, really nice because I'll be able to put that on my keys, which as of right now are looking kind of boring. But either way, setting those to the side, the next couple of things that I have here are actually another product related back to Shark Robot as well as VivziePop. So here is a little sketchbook. The design on this one I really liked, and I actually got one of these. I believe I sort of talked about it a little bit in one of my other monthly hauls, but I decided to get another one because I liked this sketchbook so much that I wanted to be able to keep one and keep it all nice and all that, and I wanted to be able to have one that I'd be able to sort of like take everywhere with me and actually use as a sketchbook on the go. And yeah, so I decided to get another one, but this one is quite interesting because on one side you just have the normal design, and then on the other it looks like the saturation was like cranked up to 1,000, and this side it makes it look like the color was just sort of like sucked out of the side, so it's a lot more bland. So this one is the one that I'll be keeping nice, and I'll be using the other one as sort of like a daily driver, just sort of taking it with me wherever I go in case I get inspired by something I see or something like that. But either way, setting that to the side, the next couple of things I have here are actually relatively interesting. Well, not really this one. I don't really know why I even put this in the box for today's video, but it's a USB-C 20-watt power adapter from Apple. Once again, I have no idea why I put this in the box. It's not really all that interesting, but yeah, I guess that thing. Yeah, so there's that. And then the next couple of things here I have are actually for RC cars, but these are some smaller bits and pieces. So here we have a Venom LightBow battery. This is a 430 milliamp hour little battery. This is actually for my Axial SCX24 Deadbolt, which with the size of this car, you actually have to have really small batteries to fit in between the chassis and the body. Otherwise, they don't really fit and the body can't fold down properly. So being able to expand the battery from the original 380 to a 430 is really good when you consider the little bit of energy that will be expanded upon with a car this small. And I got this from my father, so my thanks and gratitude go out to him. And this is actually my second one, and these batteries don't actually really last all that long. So now that I have a couple more, I don't have to worry about running out of batteries or running out of any juice for those. And since now I have two of the 430s and I have one of the original 380s. But anyway, with that being said, setting that off to the side, here we have a sort of little sticker set from another YouTuber. It goes by the name of Kevin Tabbitt here on YouTube. He's a really, really popular sort of RC YouTube channel. Does a lot of bashing, sort of fun videos. Doesn't really do a lot of the sort of hands-on work. Just a lot of montages and all of the fun bits, which that's what I really like about his channel. And with how long he's been doing that, he's sort of come up with a couple different things that he says in sort of funny ways. Like he has the game over, what happened, footage, and all of the funny things that he says, and they've sort of become little icons for his channel, to the point where he actually made a sticker for one of them that says game over. And this is something that I was actually sort of found funny when I saw these stickers for the first time. It's like a wolf biting down on like a cylinder head, which I thought was kind of funny because I'm a furry. Biting down on cylinder head, it kind of mixes the two hobbies of like liking RC cars and cars in general and being a furry. I don't think I'd ever tell anyone that, but that's just what I thought, and was kind of funny when I saw these stickers for the first time. And then I put these on a couple of my RC cars already. I put one on my 24, I put one on my 12 over on the other side, as you can sort of see there, and I've also put one on my 18, which is actually a RC car that I just got this month, which I'll talk a little bit more about in just a couple minutes. But anyway, with that being said, setting those off to the side, the next bit that I have here is actually really, really interesting, and this is probably the favorite thing that I've gotten this month, and it comes in the form of a brown package, and inside this brown package that says "Do Not Bend" is a very, very special signed print. So here is the print. This was hand-signed by Mick Lure, which was the voice actor for Husker in the animated Hazbin Hotel series here on YouTube, made by VivziePop, and it has a little quote here on the front, which I found really funny, because when you actually bought the prints, and specifically asking to have them signed, one, they would be signed live on a live stream, which sadly I wasn't able to watch this one actually being signed live, as Mick actually decided to live stream on Twitch, and I don't know how to use Twitch, and I've never really used it in general. So sadly I wasn't able to watch that, but either way I have the print here, and the little quote does have a swear word in it, and I'm going to go ahead and read it off. So if you don't like swear words, I'd recommend skipping over this, or if you just don't want to hear it in general. But it says, "To Joel Homie, I don't know shit about homies, but I know a lot about the homeless, and most of them are my homies. and that's sort of relating back to sort of like the personality of Husker, which is this character here. He's sort of like a gambler and drinks booze, which here is the cheap booze, which is a reference to a scene in the Hazbin Hotel episode with the pilot episode, actually. And then one thing that was optional, but I decided to get, was actually the Certificate of Authenticity, which I thought would be cool to have, because if anyone ever like comes over and is like, whoa, what is that thing you have, and asks about it, well, I can show them this, and show them that it's real. I don't know, it was free, and I asked for it, so I got it. And this was also, I believe, the 161st print to actually be signed. At least I believe that's what this number actually stands for. But either way, I really like this print. I am looking forward to being able to frame this and actually hang it up. Let's go ahead and move on to the ORCCore stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try to skim through this, because I don't really have the chance to talk about it in the same way as these, because a lot of these parts have actually been installed onto an ORCCore. And this ORCCore in general is also basically new at this point. So this is my Axial SCX 10-2 Cherokee. It originally started out as a Axial SCX 20, an Axial SCX 10-2 Deadbolt, but I didn't like the Deadbolt design, so I got a new body, new bumper, wheels, tires, shocks, shock towers, axles. I got a light system that I'm wiring up right now, and I have a rear bumper coming in for this thing as well. A lot of stuff has happened with this thing in the last month, and all the things that I've just listed off with things like the axles, wheels, shocks, and all that, that is all stuff that I've done in this recent month, so this is all stuff that I've actually gotten, and this is now a like multi-$100 rig. But yeah, this is also my very first rig when it actually comes to painting as well as doing all the masking myself, and I think it actually turned out really good for my first time doing it, and I'm really proud of myself actually getting this thing to come out this good. It just goes to show that when you take your time and you put effort and concentration into things, well, sometimes they actually come out and really pay off. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and set this thing off to the side. And the box that I have here is basically more parts for the same truck, but it's a lot more of the bits that I'm still having to use for things that I haven't finished yet. So in here, this is actually the box for that ORCCore that I showed earlier, which is the Horizon Hobby Ruckus 1/18 scale, absolutely fast 4-wheel drive ORC monster truck. And in here I have a bunch of the things like the box for the mud guards, some spray paint. We have the old body for my CR12 because I was an idiot and dropped a block of ice on it because I was being dumb, so I had to get a new body for this, and I'm currently still waiting on the chance to be able to mask this and paint it. But anyway, so the old body is also chilling in here, but the new one I just installed onto the 12 because it didn't have any wheels to go. But anyway, with that being said, this is all basically just a bunch of bits. I also replaced the servo on my Axial SCX 10-2, so there is the old one. The new one is actually installed, but I put the old one in the box that the new one came in. But anyway, with that being said, there's a bunch of other stuff in here that I won't really talk too much about. Like, I also have fluid, the stickers, like, actually shock fluid is what I meant there. But there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm just using for the process of actually working on the 10-2, as well as working on actually painting the 12 as well. But anyway, with that being said, my apologies for the amount of rambling and sort of talking in today's episode. I'm sort of in a good mood and wanting to talk about things. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, with that being said, I was Joel Homie, your guys' host for today's video. And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it,